Hello all Supernatural fans. Today I'm doing a short video, which I'm hoping is short, are on some iconic pieces that are in the Boys' Weapons box of the Impala. The first item that I'm going to start with is the flare launcher / grenade launcher. This one here, right there, is an original, and by original I mean a real one. It's not an airsoft. It's not plastic. And I bought it because, well, I'm touched in the head. But that piece needs to be, in my book, and that's only my book, it needs to be in every Impala. It's been with the boys since episode 1. And now, do I think you need to go out and buy an original? Absolutely not. But I do believe that, an airsoft version. I know there was a company called CAW, C-A-W, that did a really nice version of it, and it was very close to the original, and the original made by Penn Arms. So if you can't find one of those because those were made a long time ago, you can get onto eBay and buy a grenade launcher in airsoft. Everything in airsoft seems to be expensive these days, but I just think it's like one of the most iconic pieces in the weapons box. Now, the next thing that I'm going to say is probably the most recognizable and very iconic for the weapons box is 2 items, and that is the Dreamcatcher and the Evil Eye beads, what I like to refer as the anal beads. And the reason I call them the anal beads is just because it took a long time to try to figure what they were and da-da-da. And these 2 items right here, if you guys don't have these for your Impala's weapons box, you can get them through So Geek Austin. And they're made by my friend Claudia. She does screen accurate stuff for us. And but these items here are not very expensive. I can't remember the price, but in the scheme of everything that's in the weapons box, these items are probably like some of the cheapest things that you'll buy. But they're also, in my book, the most iconic because it seems like every time Dean or Sam opens the weapons box, you see those 2 items hanging on the right side on the bottom of the weapons box lid. So there's that. The next thing is this piece right here, a canteen. This is a World War II canteen. It seems like it's always in the weapons box. And then the brown army holster also hanging back from the lid, on the bottom of the lid of the weapons box. So it just seems like they're like a staple in the weapons box. Now, also a staple, which I don't have on this display, is the arrow and the bayonet that also hangs on the bottom of the weapons box lid. Now, I know there's going to be other things that hang from the weapons box lid, which I also consider iconic, like the green compass, the brass knuckles, the hatchet. Those things are very iconic. I just didn't put them out on this video because, let me be real honest with you, I couldn't get to them. One of my prop rooms is pretty packed, and to just dig out stuff, it's almost like it takes an act of Congress to get it done. So, but I did want to mention those items. I think they're very iconic. Those items are not very expensive, and I think they should be on every bottom of the weapons box lid. Now, if you don't have them on there, am I making fun of you or anything like that? Absolutely not. This is just a small video for maybe a lot of people that don't know what certain items are, and hey, I didn't know that I could buy the Evil Eye beads or the Dreamcatcher and stuff like that. So, and I'm going to touch on some other items here probably in another video. So this is just like we'll put it 1 of 2 videos that's going to be posted this week. So the next item that I think is very iconic in the weapons box is Ruby's knife. Ruby's knife has been around, or other known as the demon killing knife, has been around for a long time. And sometimes they just have it thrown in the weapons box, and then sometimes they have it in the correct leather sheath. So that actually Ruby wore, I think, the first time that it was introduced. And then after that, I don't think it was ever worn again, but sometimes it does show up in the weapons box inside the sheath that she wore. So then the next item is going to be what I call Dean's special bullet box. And this is where they keep the wrought iron bullets, the silver bullets, the deeming stopping bullets, everything. Dean keeps everything in that little box. And this little box right here is also made by my good friend Claudia over at So Geek Austin. So I wanted to kind of touch base on that. And then probably the last piece is their Salt Round belt. And the Salt Round belt has been around for a long time. They never wear it, but sometimes Dean had it thrown over his shoulder and stuff like that, basically when they were doing heavy battle. And so I think that belongs in every weapons box. Once again, not that expensive. You can find them on eBay. You can find most of this stuff on eBay. Now, except for the Dreamcatcher and the Bullet Box and the Evil Eye beads, you're not going to find those on eBay. You're going to have to go through So Geek Austin. I did want to touch on the belt here. I like to do like weird things with my fandom. And so yes, I have the salt rounds right here all throughout. And then when I come all the way down here, I have the brass shells that they put the Phoenix ashes in. So those shells there are there in this. Now, were they in the bandolier, I like to call this the shotgun belt on the show? No, but I just added them to it. And one of the other things I did, and you might have seen it, is the Dark Matter round. And the Dark Matter round is through the movie Constantine. And then it's kind of got a brass inlay in there. But I did, when I was fortunate enough to do the car for the Season 9 Bloodlines episode, we threw a bunch of stuff in the weapons box. And at the time, prop master Chris Cooper, I like to call us Coop, had sent me a photo and had said, "Hey, Rick, can you do your weapons box up like this?" And I said, I'll try to do my best. There are some items at that time I did not have. And so we just did the best we could. So anyway, on my weapons box lid, if you guys go back and watch that episode, and when they open up the weapons box lid, you're going to see the brass knuckles, and the brass knuckles are from the movie Constantine. I just thought they were cooler brass knuckles than plain old brass knuckles. So that was kind of my spin on it. Never thought they were going to be seen on the show. And so I guess once it's seen, I don't know if that actually makes it canon or not, but they're there. So technically, I guess you could use Constantine brass knuckles because it was seen in the Bloodlines episode. Now, this here, I just went ahead, I just thought it was cool. It would look like something the boys would carry, and so I just got the Dark Matter round. I think it's cool when people add like little pieces of their fandom from other fandoms to their weapons box. And I've put in Rick Grimes' holster before, his machete, the red-handled machete from The Walking Dead. I've thrown in little things, like I said, Constantine, just other things, and when we've done shows, and I think mainly I do it because I want to see if people catch it. And 9 times out of 10, they don't. But every once in a while, I have a fan come up and they're like, "Hey, that's from Constantine," or "Hey, that's The Walking Dead." And I just like doing little things like that. But these are what I'm going to call very iconic pieces that, in my book, should belong in the weapons box. Definitely the beads, the shotgun belt. I mean, really everything in this little video has been with Supernatural since like day one. And, well, except obviously Ruby's knife wasn't in there in day one. But just things that I believe every weapon box should have. Now, does it matter if your Ruby's knife is made out of steel or if it's made out of resin, no, it doesn't matter, guys. In fact, way the cons are getting now, I don't even know if you could get a steel knife in there. But a resin, I can't see too many cons arguing about that one. But, you know, it's a strange world that we live in today. So, and I understand for safety reasons and stuff like that, but sometimes I think some things are a little bit over exaggerated. Especially, I know all the owners of the Impalas that are doing these shows, great people, and I promise you they are not letting people just rummage through their weapons boxes and going, hey, look at this knife, and, you know, and somebody gets stabbed or whatever. Because most of this stuff is very expensive, the knives, and I'm going to go on that here in a little bit, but everybody keeps a watchful eye on that stuff. So that's just kind of my 2 cents in there and stuff. But I just thought this little video would be kind of beneficial to you fans out there, that these are some of the most iconic pieces that I can think of. Or at least I could grab out of one of my props rooms. Like I said, I couldn't reach my arrow, the bayonet, and the compass and stuff like that. But those are very iconic pieces too. And maybe one day I'll get this all set up into a weapons box, and we'll talk about things. And but this is just, like I said, a little video to kind of touch on this. And I'm going to take this stuff down, and then I'm going to set up another one and talk about some stuff from it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am going to try to put links down below to like So Geek Austin, so where you can get this stuff. But some of the stuff is just, you've got to hunt and find it yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll just talk to you later.